If you're in your early 20s like me, more like mid 20s, but who's counting? Managing money can feel like a guessing game. I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm learning a lot, and I'm still figuring it out. Hopefully, not a lot of mistakes. Hello guys, I'm 24, I live in Chicago, and I'm building wealth without sacrificing the moments that matter. Without further ado, here are 5 things I wish I knew earlier, which would have saved me a lot of time, stress, headaches, and money. So for our first thing, lifestyle creep is real. From the first moment I got my first salary job, I felt like I had a lot of money. Even though I was only making $45K plus commission, I wasn't really making that much money in hindsight. Regardless though, I was spending it like I did have a lot of money. I was spending on food, new stuff, new clothes, you name it. All while racking some credit card debt, while still building my credit score, I should say. All to say, just because you make more doesn't mean you should spend more. I mean, technically you could, but where is that gonna get you? If I could go back, I wish I created a budget depending on my goals and not my income. For our second thing, saving without a goal equals wasted motivation. I used to say, I'm saving, or I'm just putting money aside, or for my third economic depression, but I didn't know why I was saving. Once I actually made categories to save my money, like a retirement account, my house fund, or an investment account, that's when things started to get interesting. That's when I started saving with a purpose. Like now I know I want to buy a property when I'm older. I want to invest my money now so I can have money for later if I make it that far. Giving all this money a purpose made it a lot easier for me to say no to all kinds of things that I wanted and things that I didn't need. It made it easier for me to say no and justify why I said no. For the third thing, credit is not your enemy. I grew up thinking credit cards were bad, but it turns out they're just tools. No one ever taught me how to build credit the right way, or how much it would matter later, especially when you try to buy a house. And that's the thing with the American education system. I was not prepared at all for what I needed to learn in order to be successful as an adult. Now, I use my credit cards responsibly. I pay them off in full, I use the credit card points to my advantage, and I make sure I'm building my credit score on top of that. Sometimes, I'll even credit card churn and make sure I'm taking advantage of all the credit cards that companies are giving out and making sure I reap the benefits. If you avoid credit completely, you're not playing the game, you're just sitting on the sidelines. Now, I can go on a tangent on credit cards for hours, but I'll cut it short and overall give you this message. Credit cards are not the enemy. They are your friend if you use them wisely. Now again, key words, wisely. Because if you use them improperly, that is another story. Another big shift for me when it comes down to using your money wisely is automation and everything. And what I mean by that is automation in your bills, in your savings, and in your investment accounts. Even if it's just $20 to $30 per month in your savings and your investment accounts, that automation is a big help. The reason I say it was a big help is that automation takes off a big pressure on remembering everything. If you're someone who gets stressed and overwhelmed, automation might be a good thing for you. Although you do have to remember how much money you're keeping in your checking account to make sure you have enough money to automate in there. Now for my last thing, you don't have to be perfect to be financially smart. There's a lot of pressure to get money right, but let's be honest here. There's no one size fits all. Everyone's journey is unique. Everyone's spending habits are different, which leads to different directions in people's finances. Let's use me as an example. Sometimes I overspend. Sometimes I oversave. Sometimes I don't even have money. But what matters is the consistency and the progress into where your goals are at. What matters is that you're learning and you're showing up for yourself and you're showing up for your goals. If you're in your early 20s, give yourself some grace. You're just starting out, you're just starting your careers, and you're just starting your journey. But also, make sure you're getting serious. This is your future you're talking about. Let me know if any of these hit home for you, or let me know if you have any money tips of your own. I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to like if you liked the video. I appreciate all the support. Thank you again. Peace.